Welcome back, guys, to Beggars Canyon Boys. This is episode 60.
Whoa!
60.
Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-ding!
Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
You looked concerned at the screen for a second. I thought something was wrong. Sorry.
I thought the audio was peaking for a second, and it might have been, but who cares?
I think your experience on this podcast is peaking. Whoa!
Yeah, so wow, 3 different uses.
Yeah, crazy.
Holy crap. Well, I guess yours is like
it's different.
the same spelling. Oh, it is different for
Yeah.
sure, but like it just makes me think about like, wow, like how we have some words that are from technology that are from other stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Not piquing my interest.
And
not Captain Picard. No, that's not right.
Captain Picard.
Is that him?
Yeah. Picard.
I know it's Picard, but is he Captain?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, nice.
I think so. Yeah, for
All right.
sure.
I think I've won this one then.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for listening. I
You look
appreciate
mad that I made it a contest. You look really angry for a
I need
second.
you to stop reading all my micro expressions here
Sorry.
today, okay?
Sorry.
You don't know my thoughts.
You're right. Okay, that seemed... I won't say anything, but I'll just say that seemed aggressive.
Well, for those listening, I did give him a little jolt.
Yeah.
Well...
Force jolt. Sorry, go.
We're here today to talk about the last 4 episodes of season 5 of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Big finale, big 4-part arc.
Oh man, it was 4 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I did watch them all. Don't
No,
get worried about that.
No, I
Okay.
know you did. Yeah.
Just felt like 3.
Well, it was 4.
Okay. Well, that's just means they were moving quick.
They
Makes
were
sense
going
fast.
quick. Once again, like it's crazy to me that the last arc was like, I think just 3 episodes. The
with the
Darth
kids?
Maul one.
Oh, was that the last arc?
The one right before this was, the Darth Maul one.
Oh, okay.
And that was only 3 episodes. This one's 4, but the droids and the kids were also 4 long. And we have already talked about this, but
Yeah.
But anyway,
Damn, those small episodes were really great too.
those were awesome.
Wow, these were back to back. It's been a while since I watched these, so I don't remember them being. I thought the kids' lightsaber episode was like in between those, but even better.
No, back to back. The last 7 straight episodes, all gas.
Pretty awesome. Great lightsaber fights too. Again.
Yeah. Anakin versus Barriss was really sick.
Ventress and Ahsoka had some great little moments too.
Yeah, that was really cool. Well, let's freaking crack into it. I no need to like bury the lead or anything. I think these are really pretty excellent episodes, and we've been talking about them positively already. But what did you think in general?
Yeah, these are. I feel like we just said it, but just how it is with the episodes. Some of the better episodes of the Clone Wars that we've watched so far. I said that in a way that makes it sound like these are like good episodes in a sea of bad episodes. These are like great episodes and a sea of really good episodes generally. Amazing like Ahsoka storyline. And I think I was talking to you about this before, but this show and this storyline in particular does like such an amazing job of making me really like the Jedi Council, but also really hating them. And I've never felt like so conflicted in a story before, because like I really do like the Jedis and the Jedi Council, and it kind of feels like they just really mortally fucked up by suturing themselves to the Republic.
Totally.
So it's such a bummer, you know.
And these episodes explore better than a lot of the other ones. You know, not like all the other ones are even trying to explore this, but just the way that they have like accidentally kind of shackled themselves to the Republic in a way where, you know, it probably seemed like a smart partnership at the beginning or whatever, and then now they're saying stuff like, oh well, we can't do that because it will be seen as a move against the Senate.
Yeah, crazy. Like that's their excuse for everything. And like the secondary question that no one asked after that is like, well, who cares? Like, what would be so bad if?
I mean, I agree. I agree, and I think that the Jedi, should just exist as a separate like religion or whatever it is. But I think that Mace Windu and the High Council members are worried that like public perception is getting really bad of the Jedi, and that if um, maybe they're worried that the Senate is like looking for an excuse to you know take away their power even more. I mean, I'm sure they don't. I know they don't assume that there's somebody planning to execute all of them, but I don't know. I think they're scared that they'll all be arrested or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I do also see it from like the public perspective. If there is like a Jedi terrorist and you do let like the Jedi investigate it rather than the Republic, it's sort of like when police
Yeah,
investigate themselves.
yeah,
So you would be a little like dubious of it. We know the Jedi wouldn't do something
they're
like that.
cool.
Really. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
except they're also not.
I was gonna say, yeah, any institution we've seen is like fallible. So
Yeah, I mean, and I totally agree with you about them being so cool, but also so hateable at the same time.
yeah.
Because I do love, like, Mace Windu and Yoda. These are awesome characters to me, and even
Nah, fuck Mace Windu, dude.
no, I mean,
No, yeah.
absolutely, I agree with you. And fuck Yoda in this
Yeah.
during this too. Obi-Wan and Anakin and Plo Koon are like the only ones who are on Ahsoka's side, and
Yeah, I don't even think Obi-Wan really like says like, "Oh no, sorry, we're so sorry." Like,
he does try to urge the council to be like, "Hey, we need to handle this internally. Like, this is Ahsoka. Like, we all
yeah.
know her and stuff." And they're like, "Hey, it's gonna look bad if we do that."
Ooh, the optics.
Yeah, well, I know they're fucking playing politics now.
Yeah.
Really cool though. Really interesting stuff for the show to be dealing with.
Plus, I mean, we recently lost a cool Sith female character. Then we get Barriss Offee sort of being the spiritual Sith successor to Ventress. That's cool too.
She wears her clothes for a little bit.
Yeah.
I guess we didn't even really say, but not like I'm assuming anyone listening knows what episodes we're talking about. But these are the ones where the Jedi Temple gets bombed. Ahsoka gets framed for murdering the suspected bomber.
She might have. I still think maybe she did.
You think Ahsoka did kill her?
Just because if you look at the footage,
yeah,
she's sort of like
she. Well, hey, I mean, and I've seen a Jedi, I've seen a Sith do it before.
okay, yeah.
Really, have you though? Like, what are all these people basing the Force choke off of? Like, does Tarkin know what that looks like?
Made me really think about also what the Force stroke is. Like, is it a physical force that is on the exterior of your neck that is like pressing inward, or is it just like, are you inflating inside to cover up so you can't get air? Like, what is it doing?
I have thought of it as, and I'm sure it's described slightly differently by different authors or whatever, but when people are giving like an internal monologue in a book of what it feels like to get the Force choke, it's that like the inside, like the esophagus closes. It's not like your whole neck is like compressing, but it's just that your like esophagus closes.
It's really scary.
Yeah.
It's probably like so effortless to do, honestly, as a
Such
Force
a
user.
small
too.
little organ.
Yeah.
Super effortless for Palpatine, as we saw. He can do 2 at a time and keep walking.
And for Barriss too, I guess. Where the hell was she doing that from?
Yeah, I guess the vent up above.
Terrible security then.
Yeah, definitely.
These like episodes are so cool. You do kind of have to overlook the fact like, whoa, Barra Sophie's like this good,
Yeah,
like
yeah, for real.
out of nowhere, and like they didn't recognize her fighting style or anything. Or like she was able to mimic Ventress's fighting style and do it better.
And she can hold her own against Anakin in a
Yeah,
duel and stuff. Like, yeah.
it is nice that Anakin does like that. Would have been ridiculous to me if like she beat Anakin, got
Oh
away.
yeah. I mean, no, he does like eventually kick her ass, but like she still puts up a pretty good fight
Yeah,
against him.
but
But I mean, it's cool because it sort of mirrors some like Vader stuff where like, hey, we know we can't win this fight. We're just trying to like run away from him.
yeah,
And he had that aura even back then.
pretty awesome.
But yes, you're right. Like we haven't seen Barris at all since the like mind worm stuff forever ago. When she and Ahsoka were like buried under all the rocks together and
Oh,
everything.
man, you know what else I just realized is kind of messed up? In the beginning of these episodes, when they're crying over like the funeral
Mm-hmm.
of like the one Jedi that died.
There's
Barris
like
Oak-
5 Jedi that died.
Oh,
But she's crying about one.
oh, okay, maybe that's why I got. Yeah, she's crying. She's crying about someone she knew
Mm-hmm.
dying, but I'm just like, she did it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's messed up.
She probably feels bad.
Complicated.
Mm-hmm.
I do really like what they did with her because she isn't like, the separatist evil villain we've seen again and again, where it's like, yep, I did it because I'm evil and I wanted to watch the Jedi Order suffer.
Yeah.
It's more like I'm like, I don't know, it's like a complicated powder keg that she just felt ready to explode.
It's cool to see a Jedi that, the last time we saw them seemed very innocent and fully indoctrinated in their, path and everything fall to the dark side, because most of the dark side characters we've seen have either already turned or never were Jedi to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I agree with you. And I think we probably talked about this off mic before too, but the frustrating thing, and I mean, it's what, Dooku, same thing with him. It's like, yeah, I totally understand your, God, I'm like really not getting my words today. I understand your resistance to the way that the Jedi Order is going, or your disgust with it of how it's becoming like a military tool and the violence that they enact and stuff. But your response is then to become even more violent and be like a straight up murderer and like go to the dark side, which seems strange. And I don't really know who tempted Barriss Offee. I feel like everyone else had someone whispering in their ear, that would make them think that the dark side was like a better way. I mean, I guess she could have had that by just reading about it or whatever, but
Can you just like intuit your way into the dark side, like feel your way into the dark side through such strong emotional reflection, like as a Jedi, like could she have just been like potentially thinking about it so much that I don't know, I guess like what is that actual physical barrier of like I'm now a dark side person versus like I'm just like on that path?
it's probably like well, I don't know. That's a tough thing to say because I feel like the dark side people over and over again, they kind of like do something really bad that they feel like is like a point of no return thing, and they're like, well, I'm already in it. I'm in it now. Like I can't go back on that, so I might as well just double down and keep going all the way. Like when in reality, like, yeah, maybe that's like your step into the dark side, but you could also just like stop. I mean, you've done something bad, but it doesn't mean you have to keep doing bad stuff. But like I feel like that's how Anakin felt after the Mace Windu fight in Revenge of the Sith.
Like just had to keep going at that point.
Yeah, he's like, fuck, like that was like a straight up dark side thing that I did, and now it's too late. So I guess once she probably bombed the temple, like I guess once the bomb actually went off and people actually died in the bomb blast is probably when she's like, okay, I guess I did it. I it's not just thinking about it anymore.
Yeah, true.
I killed a bunch of people.
Any act of symbolism that was going to be something like very real became attached to it. Maybe she didn't intend any deaths in there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, maybe it was just supposed to be a thing of like, hey, Jedis, watch your back. Or like, we're getting too, people don't like us and we need to realize it or something.
Yeah.
But,
I will say, though, in defense of like her having an issue with like a violent system, but then going in and acting something that is equally or more violent. I do think there is like, I know we were talking about it and I was also kind of like, yeah, that's crazy. But I do think there is something to be said of like that being something that is produced from like violent systems and just like power hierarchies like
True.
that. And that's why I sort of like earlier said powder keg, because I feel like she is probably a character who just like things built up and built up until she got to this point. So it wasn't necessarily like one giant like radical epiphany, more so just like worn away over time.
Totally. Yeah. And I mean, you're right. Like tyrannical government regimes breed violent resistance, like there, you get to a point where you think like, well, there's like no other options because like words haven't worked. So I have to do something.
Yeah. I'll get my lightsabers out.
And I think it works for her too because she was so like quiet and reserved, and you imagine like she probably kept all that stuff to herself. Like she's not talking to anybody about her, master, like what if the Jedi, why are they acting like this or whatever? Or maybe she tried once and it got kind of like batted away and then
Kiada was like, hell no, shut the heck.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, and even Luminara I feel like is pretty fundamentalist. So but going back to suspending your disbelief, when you said about like how did the terrible security in the place where she's in the vents choking her out or whatever, also such bad security at the prison when she rescues Ahsoka, I guess that's also the prison, because like what, they have a camera, they have a footage of Ahsoka being like, whoa, no, and that they think is force choking, but they don't have footage of the hallways of like when Ahsoka comes up on the dead bodies and the lightsabers are there, and then Commander Fox comes in and is like, hey, you did it. And it's like, guys, check the fucking tapes, bro.
Well, you need cameras that point in the cells. You don't need it for the hallways. So it's totally irrelevant.
True.
Anything else is, the prisoners would never be outside the prison cells, theoretically. So.
Yeah, but what if it happened though?
Well, that is pretty funny. There is some poor security you have to overlook there. Also, I love Anakin like trying to get his way in, and I wish he would have forced himself in a little bit more.
Yeah, but it was also a cool beat to see him like start to swell up and think about it like, I could just fucking do it if I wanted to, and then
but he should have. It's like one of the few times I'm like, you really should have just done it there.
Pretty bad repercussions though. I feel like but he's like, okay, no. But I mean, he's the only one like sticking up for her the whole time, really, all the way. But even his methods are like pretty flawed. Like when they have their moment in the sewer pipe, their little fugitive Tommy Lee Jones moment before she like jumps out into the lower depths of Coruscant. He's still so naive about it. Like, come back, like just talk to everyone. Like, I know you didn't do it, so in my brain, that means that everybody else also will feel that way if we just explain hard enough.
Yeah, I feel like Anakin thinks he has a lot more Jedi power to throw around than he actually ever does.
They don't like you, bro. Yeah. They don't actually like you.
You are the chosen one, but that's kind of a mark against you, actually. Yeah. So
all the older guys, I think, actually really dislike you, except for maybe like Yoda, because Yoda like doesn't have hate for anybody or whatever. But
Yoda's called him a friend before, though. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I think so.
I think you're right.
Unless I'm like thinking of Luke, but whatever.
No, but Yoda, he goes to Yoda for like one-on-one advice in the movies a couple times and in the show once or twice.
Yeah.
But you never see Anakin and Mace Windu meditating together. I mean, I guess we did when Obi-Wan and Yoda were also there and whatever. But
well, I guess really Obi-Wan's the only real one that puts up with Anakin, sort of.
Yeah, who actually like believes in him.
Yeah. Yeah, I shouldn't say puts up with,
but I mean he does.
Well, maybe I will, because look what Anakin turned out to be at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And would they have that conversation at the end of the first episode? Like, could a Jedi really do this? And Anakin's like, hey, sometimes Jedi disappoint us. They fall from the light, but as long as most Jedi are still good to balance it out, then it'll all be fine.
Sad.
Yeah.
Man, it's also sad at the end, like the end of these episodes when Ahsoka like makes a decision to leave and Anakin's trying to get her to come back. He's like reveals to her, which actually it's kind of a funny moment because I feel like he's revealing something very deep inside himself, which is like I've also had these doubts about the Jedi Order, which I don't think he's like so openly externalized before.
No.
And Ahsoka just goes, I know, and then says whatever she says. But I just think it's like Anakin is very clearly like the golden boy, golden child, like quickly unraveling like through all these episodes. Like you always see like the second something goes a little haywire and like is not perfect, Anakin kind of turns into a monster.
Yeah. Like he's all good as long as you don't like piss him off.
Yeah.
Like, and then in this, he's not mad at Ahsoka, but he's just like in true like despair and cannot understand. Like what? But you were found innocent and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think again, like it's his sort of selfishness about like, but I believed in you the whole time. Like, isn't that enough? And I think that's why she's almost a little dismissive of him being like, I also thought about leaving the Jedi Order, because it's like, this isn't about you, bro. Like,
yeah,
it's not always, you're not the center of the universe all the time, dude.
Yeah, that's a really good point, man. That's also sad in its own way, though, because it is just more like desperate Anakin trying to keep people he loves close to him.
Yep.
Bummer.
And he has that moment with Tarkin in the elevator where he's like, "Oh, she still has a lot of growing up to do." But at the end here, I mean, beautifully shot on the steps of the Jedi Temple and stuff with the sunset and everything. Like, she is. He seems like a true like little baby in these moments, and she's like nothing but like calm and mature and like, and I don't know. It's just such a cool like, thinking about when we first saw Ahsoka and her character arc till now, like so good.
Yeah, and to Ahsoka's credit, I don't think that's something Anakin could ever do. Like because when Anakin leaves the Jedi Order, it's because he has like something else to fall under. Like she's just going out into the unknown. I feel like he would really not do well with that. He'd just break apart.
No, he's never had a. I mean, he's always been like. He's like, oh, I'm independent or free spirited. I kind of do my own thing, but always within the structure of needing like a master and some kind of rule system.
I was thinking about that earlier too. It's like funny to me that Anakin was a slave growing up, so he was saying master presumably
to Watto.
Master Watto, and then when he becomes a Jedi, he's saying master as well, just like a natural part of life. And I don't know, I don't have much of this thought, but I was like, oh, it's probably not weird to him, though, because, like, when he transitioned out of his slave life, he went right into something that also just had, like, the master hierarchy to it.
Right.
So...
And where, you're just, like, kind of confined to, like, an assigned living space, and, like, every day you have these duties that you have to do. And,
just kind of got the luxury version of it, in a sense.
Right.
I mean, he does have, like, the freedom and choice, but... Is it really if like you then lose everything that you've like ever known and been like working towards, and again like you would have no support system at all outside that?
Totally. And yeah, and like his mom is dead. I like to think that if he did decide to leave the Jedi Order, Obi-Wan wouldn't like fully ghost him or whatever. They might still like hang out and stuff.
Would they? Obi-Wan's like fighting a war.
I mean, maybe not during the war,
Yeah,
but like
sure.
let's just say in a nice timeline where Anakin's like, "Look, I can't like follow the Jedi Order, and what you guys are doing is wrong. Like I just gotta like leave."
Yeah.
Obviously, there's many factors that would be like, "Hey, we're not okay with that." Palpatine and everything, but like hypothetically, and then the Clone Wars ends, and then maybe Obi-Wan still could hang out with Anakin.
God, what happens if Anakin, the chosen one, just self-isolates? I know that kind of question was like stupid to ask in a story where it's like, well, this is kind of the point that we watch him, but what if he wasn't in it?
I mean, when we get these stories where other people are kind of the main character, it makes you think about that kind of thing. But I mean, to your point about him, like support system and whatever, it's yeah, Qui-Gon like gambles for his freedom, but it's just to like come under possession of Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
And then he also says like, it's up to you though. Like, bro, like what are the options you're giving him? Like stay here or go, have an adventurous life in space and everything you could ever dream of as a little kid being like the most amazing life ever. Like he's literally 9 years old. Like,
wants to be a pilot. He'd get to be a pilot.
More autonomy than most Jedi children had going into it, actually, though, because they're all like babies.
Well, that's true, yeah.
Zero ability to say yes or no to it or whatever. But
yeah, Ahsoka was like a baby when Plo Koon found her, right?
Yep. Yep. So anyway, it was just making me think about all that. It's interesting.
Yeah. And I will say one more thing on Barra Sophie.
Oh yeah.
Just excited to see if we see her again, which I am 100% positive we will, because now I recognize her Star Wars Unlimited card.
Yeah.
And I see she's got like some different armor or something on, so I'm assuming she gets a little upgrade in the future. Unless that was from this.
Was it? I thought it might have been just the Asajj like bounty hunter helmet that she took.
Maybe I was reading your micro expressions again, and it seemed I was wrong when I said.
No,
that.
I was thinking. I was just because I genuinely can't remember.
I was.
No, I just can't remember really.
No, but okay, maybe we don't see much of her again. But I will say, if we don't, a little bit of a waste. I feel like she is perfectly positioned at this point to be like a great foil to Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Like she has also left the Jedi Order. They're on their separate paths, but for separate reasons. Separate disillusionment in it, caused by the same pivotal event. Great.
That's true. That's very true. We do see her again.
Okay.
So it's not like she's completely done.
She doesn't just die in her next appearance, though, does she?
No. No. But what you were saying just reminded me that I do think very overtly, they're trying to do that with Ahsoka and Ventress in these episodes, though. That they're like pretty good foils to each other. And
when Anakin gets like mad that Ventress is like, "You did abandon her, just like my master abandoned me."
Yeah, I'm nothing like Count Dooku.
Yeah.
Well, kind of are a little bit, bro. But I like Ahsoka and Ventress teaming up. Like,
them fighting all the clone troopers was fun.
Yeah, and them having to go like non-lethal mode, like just hand-to-hand combat, fighting everybody, like pretty cool.
Yeah, Ventress says like, "See, I didn't kill anyone." Like, pretty good moment. Also, because I think in the beginning she's got both her lightsabers out, and Ahsoka's just like, "No, please."
This will be so bad for me if you.
Which is funny the whole episode too, because it's like there are clones that I guess Barra Sophie did kill. Like,
yeah.
Scattered all over the place. and they keep seeing Ahsoka not killing clones, and they're still not like. I know that really shouldn't be the big evidence point, but it should add on to all the other evidence that she's not the guilty party.
Totally. I mean, there's so much circumstantial stuff that like anybody intelligent would know that it's like someone setting her up.
Yeah.
But I think they at least still do a good enough job of it being like it is all circumstantial though. So at the end of the day, they have no like proof that she didn't do it.
Yeah.
Um,
It is terrible, awful, and unforgivable of the Jedi Council, though, to be like, immediately like, okay, once Ahsoka's in captivity, we are going to decide to drop her from the Jedi Council, give her over to the Republic, and let them do like a 1-day trial that has the consequence of the death penalty.
yeah.
So can we fucking investigate this terrorist act? Like, why are we rushing through this to get Ahsoka on the Jedi chopping block? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Seriously. I mean, I didn't even really put that all together, but like, yeah, I kind of get why they. Well, I don't, but I can see in the story why they like excommunicate her from the Jedi Order. But like, they're smart enough to know where that's going to lead, and it's going to end with her getting the death penalty.
Yeah.
So essentially, by turning her over to the Republic, you are like killing her.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Just because Tarkin like really wants it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think Tarkin is really looking to like make a point about
Yeah.
like,
Which kind of badass of him, but his heart's in the wrong place here.
oh, for
I
sure.
kind of respect Tarkin a little bit. I know he's a bad guy, but
I mean, he's good. He's a good character in these episodes too.
yeah.
Uh,
And it's just cool to see him again every time.
yeah, yeah. I mean, this one, he's a little more straight up evil than he was in the first one that we saw him with.
But we did have those little the moment with him and Anakin in
Yeah.
the beginning that you called out earlier. That's nice.
I know it's funny, like thinking about them talking to each other pre Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Like,
It's funny because also when Anakin is later Darth Vader, he knows all that shit still. Like he remembers this stuff.
yeah.
So he's just like got his little. He's getting to play a little Palpatine basically.
Pretty much. I just always think about that like quick moment in Revenge of the Sith when they're like standing on the deck of the ship and like Tarkin comes up to Vader and they're looking at the like Death Star under construction for like a half second. Just like so funny that they felt the need to like put all those quick scenes in there at the end. Like, and here's Luke going over to the thing. Here's them looking at the Death Star.
Yeah.
And there was a deleted one of like Yoda landing on Dagobah and being like, okay, well, here I am here. Like, yeah, just a silly. I mean, I love that movie, but it's got some silly stuff in it.
Yeah, kind of like a goofball joke of a movie.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of, and really what reminded me was Yoda, because I think I saw an image of Grogu like holding Yoda's staff, maybe or something like in the swamp, and the caption was like, "Yoda isn't dead in the Star Wars universe. Yoda's back," which was a joke, I think, but just reminded me to ask you your thoughts on Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
Which you saw, and you didn't take me to go see, might I add.
No, I didn't. Sorry.
Cold.
Honestly, you don't really have to know anything about Star Wars to watch it. There are definitely like cameos and things that are enhanced by some knowledge, but
I will say, sorry, but I did see one review. Like, I've been getting so many as I scroll on TikTok, like 0 liked, 0 viewed, like just Mandalorian and Grogu reviews. And I'm not really watching them because I don't think there's big spoilers probably in it, but I just like, I don't know. I don't care to watch the Mandalorian Grogu reviews really.
for sure.
But fuck. What was my original point? What were you just saying? Totally lost.
That you don't need to like know anything about Star Wars to watch it, and there's some cameos in it, but other than
Yes, someone said like they started it off, and this is why it caught my attention. I watched it a little longer. They were like, if you've seen the Clone Wars, like Mandalorian and one other, and I think he said Book of Boba Fett, then Mandalorian and Grogu is really for you. Everyone else is gonna enjoy it, but like if you watch those things, you're gonna get much more special enjoyment out of it. Is that true?
I mean, I guess you'll have some, Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the TV moments, for sure. But like nothing that you don't know about already from the trailer.
Yeah.
Like
Embo.
yeah, Embo and Zeb are in it, and Zeb is from Rebels, so if you watch Rebels, that's like cool.
His character model looks terrible to me. I was like, I didn't understand why people were excited about that one, but maybe he's cool in the story.
Not really. Here's the thing about the movie. It's fine. It honestly has some like really fun action sequences in it. It's TV. I mean, it's just TV.
Yeah.
Like,
is Grogu cute though in it?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much. Very much so.
Well, there you go.
I mean, and not in an annoying way, I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, they milk it like a little too much for sure.
Anything I've ever seen of Grogu has hit right in the sweet spot for me.
I mean, he's great.
Yeah.
I like him as a character. He's funny. He's cute. I like the characters in this movie. The first like 20 minutes leaned over to Danny and was like, look, this is like, it's TV, right? It's like pretty good TV. Yeah. It's not a movie. It is not a movie. It doesn't feel like a movie at any point, other than the fact that I was sitting in a theater with a bunch of people watching an IMAX screen.
Yeah. Kind of TV special feeling, at least. Like, was that it?
Yeah. Like a
Jimmy Timmy Power Hour type thing?
Exactly.
Gotcha.
It was exactly like Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
Nice.
Well, it's like, it did feel like, here's a very special episode of The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
They probably could have cut like 20 minutes out of the movie as well.
And I kind of figured I meant in the sense that, like, I'm sure all the characters that are relevant to the, like, at least latest season of the show were in there, and maybe like some characters from earlier seasons of the show. I don't know.
That's the thing, is that spoiler, I guess, but there's like pretty much no characters from the show.
Oh, okay.
It's Mandalorian and Grogu and a bunch of new characters.
This is like a complete side adventure for them.
Yeah, I mean, truly, it has no universe ramifications, really.
At the end, is there no sort of like, whoa, okay, like they're on this path now, though, the characters, so like they're set up for something completely new in the future?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. Right. Yeah. But it kind of like resets at the end. But what the only thing I would say that is like straight up bad, other than the fact that it's like definitely way too long, pacing is like boring sometimes. Road of the Hutt, all grown up, Jeremy Allen White, shredded Hutt, terrible character, terrible voice acting job.
Terrible character.
Yes.
Okay.
Terrible CGI, terrible character design, and they show him like so much. He's just
Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah, but no, it's not. He's just on screen like a crazy amount. And like the shot in the trailer of Grogu and the Mandalorian like peeking over a sand dune with like a telescope or something.
Yeah.
In the movie, it's like it pans over and Road of the Hutt is also like sneaking under, and it's like, bro, this is why we don't see Hutts doing anything other than sitting on their thrones. Like, they look really bad when you try to like bring them into the world and move around and stuff. Like, it's bad.
Was his arena fight scene pretty cool, at least? Like, was that stuff doing it?
Some of it was cool.
Nice, okay. I assume like the action probably was pretty good.
I would say it kind of got worse as it went on, in my opinion. The opening like action sequence is great.
Does Grogu like do? Sorry to ask so much about the like movie, but does Grogu like have offensive moves with his Force abilities at this point? Because I've only seen the first season where he's like maybe moving a ball a little bit.
It's still pretty limited, like Force stuff with him.
No, like kill yet. No Grogu's first kill.
Well, I don't want to say that.
Whoa, okay.
I don't
Grogu does kill someone.
think so though.
Mm.
But
Grogu force choking.
yeah, he turns to the dark side in this.
Dude, Darth Grogu.
Oh. Some of the action later on, it's so like up close and choppy, and everything's all brown and gray and CGI and everything. It all kind of starts getting a little muddy and yucky looking. But the opening fight action sequence is great. The arena fight's pretty cool. There's the hollow chess that Chewie and C-3PO play.
Yeah.
There's like a arena match where all those monsters from the hollow chess game are there. And
fun,
I guess. It's a little weird because I'm like, wait, it just makes me start thinking about too much stuff where I'm like, why is he wearing clothes? Like this is like a creature with culture and whatever. When they're just a board game piece, it doesn't matter if he's wearing clothes.
Yeah.
But okay, so people online are talking about it a lot. I also see so many like videos about it all the time, and people are like, as with any Star Wars thing, it's very like aggressive on both sides, and then you have the aggressive median of like, why can't we just enjoy it? And
I've seen a ton of that.
It's fun. Stop being so mad. And it's like, okay, first of all, anybody who thinks that the movie is really bad and was disappointed by it, well, I don't blame you for thinking it's really bad, especially if you're not like into Star Wars and you just watched it as a movie, like probably not that good.
Yeah.
If you are a Star Wars fan going into it, like you have to be aware enough of where we are with all of this and what the trailer looked like and the production behind the movie. Like you have to know what you were going to get there. Like,
yeah. Almost a negative aura around it. Like, just like knowing a lot of the sentiment is going to be shitting on it as like an ugly corporate project.
And it is. To some extent it is. But then there's also like, okay, well, the people who worked on it still care about it and they like it. Like, but
yeah, I feel like I know we've talked about this before. I have such a struggle in my mind with this for like things like that, where it's like a big corporate owned IP, but like obviously there's individual artists and creators working on it, like, but also under the boot of those big corporations that have like ulterior motives. So it's like such a complicated thing because it's like, well, how much of the art is like being distilled through that, and like is it actually affecting it to like what degree, and like does that affect my enjoyment of it, or like can I parse that out, or it just complicates it. But
absolutely it does. And you wish that these awesome like universes weren't, to some extent they need like oversight to keep it all together, but you wish it wasn't so corporate-y feeling.
I just wish like Star Wars could be like Star Wars and not under Disney, or like when Marvel was just like Marvel,
Yeah, and that's what it was for a long time. I mean, Lucasfilm was like a big company just on its own, and
for better or worse, I guess, but that's kind of got its charm to it too. That is, I would say, probably a better alternative to like just watching a franchise get like milked for all it's worth. And
I would much rather watch like a really disastrous George Lucas movie than like, it was fine. Like Disney, whatever. Like, even if the George Lucas one is a complete mess and a Disney one might have more polish and like quality control to it or whatever, like I know that the George Lucas one will at least be like full of like ideas. Like good or bad, he's gonna like throw a bunch of shit at the wall, and that's always like pretty fascinating, I think.
I do feel like that is so much more preferable because like right now, I kind of feel like this for Spider-Man, for example. feel like every time we get a Spider-Man movie, it's not necessarily because they like had something new storytelling wise to do with Spider-Man. It's more like, okay, it's like about that time again. You haven't
Yeah,
seen Spider-Man on the big screen in a while, so we
exactly.
know you want it.
Yep.
It's like, damn, I wish someone just like wanted to tell a Spider-Man story.
I think that's why Into the Spider Verse was so refreshing because
Yeah,
it felt like that where it was like, oh, these guys like had an idea and they wanted to make this.
yeah.
Like it wasn't just like assigned. Okay, we need to think of Amazing Spider-Man 2 plot. Okay, come on.
Yeah, how many villains can we put in this so that we'll have different toys, and how many different
In the trailer, we
suits
can
we have for Spider-Man?
show a bunch of stuff in the trailer.
The fuck, I sometimes think back and I hate myself for falling to the trap of like corporate like whoa-ism,
Yeah.
because when the No Way Home trailer dropped and like Spider-Man was in like the his inverted like black suit and everything, I was like theorizing. I was like, oh, it's because like Electro's in the movie. He's like trying to go up against Electro. Maybe it has something to do with like the circuitry, like blah blah
Hmm.
blah, like some cool like in-store reason. But it's just because he gets fucking paint on it, and then he flips it, and then all the fucking toys are that. And it's like I know
Yeah.
you guys have 3 costumes per movie just to make toys.
Yep.
It's so fucking annoying. It pisses me off.
It is. It is really bad.
Especially like that because it's like so stupid in that movie. It's pointless.
Yeah. I guess it's on such a larger scale now, but Marvel was always doing that
Yeah.
to some degree, though.
Yeah.
Just like a costume change for no reason.
Sure. And Secret Wars, like the original comic itself, was to sell toys,
Yeah.
to be fair.
Yeah.
But
I'm not even disagreeing with you. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, Phantom Menace, the reason why there's like 15,000 little one-off characters in there, it's just for toys.
well,
Like,
I guess it's if that strategy works for funding your other movies, I could see it. But
yeah, true. They don't need to do that now, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
at this point, it's just gratuitous.
Are action figures really like such a lucrative market that they were, back in the 90s or early 2000s? Like maybe I'm just older and I'm out of the loop on it, but I feel like, when you go to Target now or whatever, it's not like there are big displays for like the new drop of like action
Yeah.
figures for this movie or whatever.
No. Yeah, if anything, you'd think they'd be making their money from like Fortnite skins or
Yeah.
something.
a lot of people are. Star Wars has a million Fortnite skins.
Yeah, I'm sure about every character's in there at this point, right? Is Ahsoka in there? Is there a...
Gotta be, yeah.
Okay. I could see her being, like, left out of things,
I think she is in there.
Okay.
'Cause I think Rex and Ahsoka are in there.
Oh, Rex is in
I
there?
believe so.
Dude, I'd love to be playing Fortnite and come up against a Rex.
Yeah, that would be cool.
sick.
That'd be cool. I have a Darth Vader skin from back
Oh,
when
nice. Mhm.
from probably like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's about when I was playing seriously, too. I think I only ever got, like, a Gambit and a Rogue skin.
Oh, that's cool though.
Yeah.
Gambit's cool.
Mhm.
And Rogue. I love Rogue. I mean, was it like the bright yellow, like 90s costume?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
that's
before
awesome.
X-Men 97, so it was, like, not based on those even.
Oh, okay,
So,
nice.
yeah.
So it's just, but like, probably based on, well, I mean, I guess I don't know, but based on like the OG cartoon, her kind of look and that with like big, long. I mean, I guess that's
Yeah.
how she looked in the 90s comics as well. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's hard to pinpoint because I think like as a lot of video games do, it's like kind of their own design too,
Right.
a little bit, but like
Right.
inspired by certain things. So
Yeah.
probably was inspired mostly by that one since that'd be what most people know. But yeah, that's pretty much just like her 90s look. Anyway.
Man, that's such a funny thing about Star Wars and Marvel. They're from a business perspective, they're comparable in a lot of ways. And we've talked about it before about how in Star Wars, the characters from the movies are so tied to the actor. Like we could never see Luke Skywalker not look like Mark Hamill,
Mhm.
or it would be very weird. Whereas like, there's a bunch of different interpretations of Spider-Man or whatever because
Yeah.
it's from a drawn thing that can have variation to it, artist to artist. Like, and there are very intentional like costume change moments. Iron Man is now black and gold. But there's also like, well, a new artist is on this book now, and they just want to do their like slight variation on the design of the rogue costume or whatever. So it's not like there's any, it's never mentioned or there's no like in-story reason for it. It's just like that's the way this artist draws this costume or whatever.
It is kind of funny, like every new run or every new time like a new team takes on the book, like all the characters get a makeover, and like in story usually that's not addressed because like why would you?
Yeah. Every now and then it is, if it is like a part of like, no, we all want to look like a unified team now.
Yeah.
Like the X-Men have done that sometimes.
True. I was gonna say the X-Men do that a lot actually.
We all, people are scared of us because we're all so weird.
Yeah.
What if we all wore the same clothes?
Yeah, if we all had the same jacket on,
Yeah.
they wouldn't care that like I'm shooting lasers from my eyes. I know they're optic blasts, okay.
Settle down. The Avengers never have a unified a uniform. I mean, I guess in like Infinity War and Endgame they do with the time travel suits and stuff. But
I
like,
was trying to think, I was like, man, it feels wrong. Like it feels like at some point they should have had like some collective uniform, but I cannot think of them in like one cohesive, like matching uniform.
no, I don't think so. I mean, yeah, just the Endgame like white and red time travel outfits, I guess. But
Even in Secret Wars, like do they not throw something slick on altogether? Yeah.
I don't think so.
Like a little okay.
Oh, last little thing I wanted to say about how annoying people are talking about Mandalorian and Grogu online. I saw, the chessboard thing.
Yeah.
I saw a post that was like, did anyone else spot this reference to A New Hope? And then the comments were like, yes, I smiled when I noticed that. And like, I'm like, you guys, this is not something to post about. It's not like a little, it's not a little background thing.
Yeah.
It's like a full scene with all these characters and stuff. It's not like a, hey, did you notice that this was in the background of this? Yes, obviously.
Yeah. Well,
oh my God.
It might be exclusively a TikTok problem, but like TikTok, and maybe I've said this before, really makes me lose like faith in future generations and just like media literacy in general.
Yeah.
Because I see stuff like that in the comments all the time where it's like someone pointing out something so basic, like to extrapolate thematically from like a kid's show or something, where it's like, it's saying like the world's a little tougher than we all might think it is. And the comment will be like, wow, they're like saying the world's a little tougher than we all think.
Yeah.
And people will be like, holy shit, you're a fucking genius. What?
Yeah.
Holy shit, right? Get this guy a Nobel Prize. Like,
and then you also have people like less, but still I do see people being like, are you fucking kidding me? Like it's the most obvious thing in the world. But then it's like, okay, so now this is just what like the public forum is like aggressive, like, I love it, and then just anger at that, and then it just like feeds off of itself, forces each side to feel like they need to like become defensive about their side and everything, and be like, it's a fucking children's show, like blah blah blah. Which like obviously we know that like children's content can have cool messages and be high quality, but then you'll have the other side being like, actually, children's shows can have good messages and be high quality and stuff. It's like, everybody just shut up. Like, and I know we're contributing to the internet discourse of things by doing this, but like, we're smarter than everybody else. So
I fight in the comments all the time. So
I do too sometimes.
I'm less so with like media literacy stuff though, because it genuinely pisses me off. I like will more argue with like people and their beliefs on Christianity.
Yeah.
But that media stuff, I'm just like, if you want to like consume it like this, fine. I just hope there's enough people like that can continue to like actively engage with media in the way that like it's meant to be, and not this like fogged out brain version of
this
it. That
gamified like check boxes, true or false, like it's so based on like plot and like things that happen in things rather than like the whole thing. It's so plot focused.
When fucking Pluribus was coming out, which did you ever watch that show?
No, I want to though.
I really like it, but it's not Breaking Bad and it's not Better Call Saul. it's a different fucking show. It's got a different fucking sense and feeling to it.
Yeah.
And every episode, people will be like, "Oh, it just doesn't feel like anything like action oriented has happened yet." And it's like, this is a character study, okay? Like, it's not, you're going to be disappointed week after week, so stop watching now. And people would keep watching every week and be like, it just feels like she's not really doing anything.
When is there going to be like a big, like crazy twist?
Yeah. Or people would be like, wow, it's crazy the character's so sad. And it's like the show's about an apocalypse scenario. Like,
yeah. What would you be chill in that environment?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Dude, it's all like, yeah, I don't know. It's all based on like expectation or like, I'm watching something while like thinking about like, what's my opinions on this? Like every step of the way. And like, obviously we all do that inherently, but you should at least try to just like, let it come to you.
Yeah.
I promise you will just have an opinion on it if you just kind of watch it and think about it while you're watching it instead of your own thoughts about it.
Yeah, you know, it's so funny. So the other day I think that we'd seen the footage before, but it's people like coming out of watching Phantom Menace for the first time. And generally everyone's like giving really positive reviews. They had a great time watching the movie. They're like excited about the future of Star Wars, the storyline, where it's going. One guy even calls out little Anakin. He's like, he stole the show. Like he's going to be a big star. And I was thinking, you know, when I watched Phantom Menace, I wasn't necessarily like that. But with the rest of the prequels, I was like that.
Yeah.
And very much so enjoyed them and was like, this is some of the greatest Star Wars content we've had. And I just like, I know there's so many people that were like super cynical about the prequels. And I know that's like a big thing. Like there was so much hate towards them. There was hate towards the actors in them and everything. And I'm like, man, I am just like glad that I have consumed Star Wars in a very disconnected way from like the internet.
It's much
like,
better.
The culture behind it. Because yeah, not that I think like, who knows, maybe they could get in my head and like plant a little insipid seed in there where I'd be like negative about it beforehand. I'd like to think I could fight past that and just like experience it. But I'm glad that I've experienced it as I have, just like myself, you know?
Totally. I mean, it's just, that's the thing about the internet in general is it's like, you know, it's fun to have like conversations with people about stuff that you like. I mean, obviously there will be like someone annoying who you don't want to hear their opinion about something, but
Yeah,
like
Jesus loves you. Shut the fuck.
But in real life, it's just like, well, that's an individual, and like individuals have their own thoughts about things. But then when the internet comes into play, it's like, well, now we have like these camps of like, how many likes did this comment get? I guess 150,000 people agree with this person, and it feels like this massive wall of just like hive mind.
Yeah, that is, I think, also what like really takes the breath out of me sometimes when I see just such a stupid point or like such a benign point even, and it'll have like 3,000 likes.
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, I guess like I'm the oddball out then that like thinks that it's weird that everyone's like, oh my goodness.
But I mean, you know, there's smart people exist in the world. Oh, we just have to find them. But I'm saying that to myself as much as, so anyway, it's just like I let myself get caught up in that too much, and I'm being a hypocrite, I know, because I feel like, oh well, I want to post my opinions about things on the internet, but I'd like to think not that I'm smarter than everyone or anything like that, but I do think that I at least I hope that like our approach with the podcast is very like what it like a
I feel like it's not
rage
content-y.
baity is not the right word, but yeah,
we're not like trying to really derive like clips and whatnot for it as much as like we've joked about like that before, you know,
for sure. Yeah,
like
which maybe is why, you know, we don't have like a large following or anything, but
we don't do strategy sessions where we're like, what can we do this week like for the podcast to like pattern break on the timeline, to rage people so that they'll interact so we get more impressions, so we get more engagement.
I've accidentally posted stuff that has gotten a
Yeah.
bunch of rage before.
And it worked.
Yeah, some of the most viewed clips that we have, but
Yeah.
not my intention.
Yeah, man. You just need to give maybe some more of like your earnest takes in little clips.
People don't like it when that's why I will not be like posting the section about me talking about the Mandalorian movie on TikTok.
Yeah.
Just I don't want to.
How many Grogus would you give it out of 5?
I don't do that, man.
Okay, you're like, that's a demeaning way to look at movies, to put them on a scale like that out of 5.
Yeah.
Okay, out of 10.
No, I think the number in general.
Okay, out of 100.
Okay.
Oh yeah, at some point the number has to be good enough, right?
No, it's the number in general. The denomination doesn't matter. You could scale the fraction up to infinity and it would be the same.
But at some point, it would have to be so huge quantitatively that any qualitative data could fit in there.
What? I don't look at, this is what we're talking about. I don't look at movies as a quantitative thing.
But that's what I'm saying. Anything can be numerized at the end of the day.
See, I disagree.
How sad you felt watching the movie. I'll monitor your heart rate, your blood pressure, all of that, your tear duct rate.
Oh, jeez.
And we'll compare that. We'll get a numeric value for that.
It's like back in the day with like showing like crowd testing a movie or whatever, and they had the little dials like turn. It was like a enjoyment, not enjoyment scale, and they would like turn the dial to be like, I'm not liking this part of the movie right now.
As they're watching
I
it?
like this part. Yeah, as they're watching it.
Man, I feel like they would have to have a little like electric buzzer for me, because I'd get like into what I'm watching and forget to be fiddling with my little emotional meter.
Better turn your dial the whole time or else.
Won't get your payment, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know about that. Good to know. Good to know.
Great to know. Do you have more thoughts on the episodes themselves?
Let's see. Oh, I think it's very funny. We didn't talk about this. That Ahsoka, literally on the run, has a bounty on her. Ventress is like, I'm going to cash in on that bounty. And Ahsoka is able to convince her to actually team up with her instead, because she's saying, well, we can grant you a pardon, basically. Like, you'll be pardoned by the Republic.
Yeah.
Which is like, you're going to get a pardon from the person who's currently on the run for a murder charge.
Right.
And like, that's a more advantageous deal to you than just turning her in.
Yeah, I don't understand why Ventress would think that was the way to go about it. Yeah.
I guess I could say like, well, that was her like exterior justification, but really it was because she was feeling for the plight of Ahsoka and what she was going through, like the similar master trajectory thing. But just wanted to call it out because I was like another little moment you can have to be like, okay, all right.
Absolutely. So I am listening to you. I'm just seeing if I had any notes worth bringing up about it.
And we give the movie 5 Grogus out of 5. That is 5 Grogus out of 5 for Mandalorian and Grogu. Go see it in theaters for the next couple of weeks. There's Babu Fricky's in it. There's Rhoda the Hutt in it. Jeremy Allen White, beautiful voices in it. Not his face. Pedro Pascal takes off his helmet in it. Uh-oh.
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver's in it. Bo-Katan.
No.
Bo-Katan's not in the movie, but they mention her.
Don't think so.
No, but the events that she played a role in do have some effect on the character growth of Mandalorian and Grogu, which
that is
carries
true.
over into the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you're a fan of her and you want to see how her actions have sort of rippled through the universe, then go see it. Embo, we got Embo in the movie. I give it 4 Embos out of 5. 5 Grogus out of 5, but 4 Embos out of 5.
Yeah, I feel you. That's a bit of a harder, a bit of a stricter scale.
Yeah.
Little things that I saw in my notes. One, when they go to the apartment of the woman whose husband, ate the nano droids and
Yeah, true. Forgot about them.
It's a shitty ass apartment, and it just made me think like, these people like work for the Jedi Temple. Like these are like employees of the Jedi Order. Does the Jedi Order like pay really badly to people? Like,
Ahsoka makes a comment at some point that like, oh, I would have thought the Jedi Order paid
oh,
better.
you're right. Okay, that's why I wrote it down then. Yeah,
Yeah.
because she does say that. Yeah,
Is it in reference to the state of their home?
I believe so.
Rude, also. Jesus, Ahsoka.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I guess she meant business, but
And then the other thing is, I know we've already talked about, like, of course she would say, like, fuck you to the Jedi Order after they did all this to her and they're being assholes. But the way they do it, they literally say after the trial, like, yes, like this was such a great challenge for you to go through. This is a greater trial than any knighthood. You know, we you are a true Jedi
Yeah.
now because you've gone through this. Fuck you guys.
that's why I was pissed at
Fuck
Mace
you
Windu.
guys.
It was Mace Windu who was like, "This was your trial." Actually, it's like, what the hell?
I could have died.
Yeah.
And you guys would have done nothing.
Yeah, true. Like, they look terrible there, and in the face of like their huge mistake and the chance to own up to it with like a little bit of honor, they don't.
They should be so ashamed of themselves.
Yeah.
They should be like
It's like, this is how this is never going to happen again.
apologetic and being like, okay, like, yeah, exactly. Laying out like a new system of rules that will protect this people from being in this situation in the future.
And ideally questioning like the dependence on the Republic and the relationship at that point. Seeing how it could be like just inherently wrong and corrosive to just, go by their bidding.
Also funny that I guess Padme is also a lawyer. I know a lot of politicians come from law school, but
Sure, yeah.
I didn't know she was allowed to do that.
Well, yeah, I guess any screen time for Padme here. They don't want to have like a new character model that they'd introduced to
Right,
us. Like,
exactly.
a new glup shido, if you guys will. You know, like that? No, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
It's my first time ever saying that.
Well, I didn't mean to be so mad at you. And look, I know people I love use that phrase. And
You'll never hear me use it again. I'm sorry. I promise.
it's just disrespectful to me.
I don't even like saying shit. It's not a word I like saying a lot.
Yeah,
So.
no, same.
Glup's fine though.
Yeah.
That could be a good clip for the pod if you take like that little conversation we just had. Like, I don't like saying shit. I like saying glup. Might be good, like
yeah, I
pattern breaking stuff for the algorithm.
Totally. I will put like a marker in the YouTube timeline. Like this is the chapter where
Crayola.
Yeah. Yes, a big Crayola marker. Yeah. I did like the little droid investigator though in the first couple episodes when they did like a Arkham City style detective mode recreation of the explosion and everything.
These episodes actually felt like a lot of episodes now that I'm thinking about it. I guess I was just thinking of the last few as the totality of them. I completely even forgot about that portion of it. The episodes like kind of set it up in a way that made you think that droid character was going to have some guilt associated with them too. Yeah. I don't know if you got that, but
yeah, a little bit.
I'm sure you remembered Barazovi was like the big, because this seems like a pretty big thing to remember from the Clone Wars.
I mean, definitely forgot a lot of the little details, but it being Barriss and Ahsoka leaving, I definitely remember those things. Yeah.
I think I told you, but I was a little surprised by like it being Barriss. You do like figure it out pretty quickly on in the episode because like she is the random character that's not usually there that Ahsoka is like making phone calls to and whatnot. But like initially when she was in the episode, I was not expecting her to have like some great involvement in this at all. And I like it a lot. Good little twist.
Totally. I think by the point when she's like calling her, when she's like, I have to make a phone call. And then Barriss is like, go to this place. Yeah. You're like, okay, well.
Barazovi is really involved in this.
We know it's not Ventress now at this point, and this is the other character that's around.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Although, you know what's funny too? I feel like I forget the exact wording of the opening of the episode where Ahsoka teams up with Ventress, but like the lesson of it was something like be careful aligning yourself with like those in the depths while like trying to save yourself or something like
Mm,
that, which felt like a little antithetical to the what happened in the episode. I was like, oh, they actually worked
yeah.
well together.
I guess maybe it's referring to Barris. It makes you think it's going to be about Ventress, but then
Wow, maybe they got me.
I still think about when you brought up the point about in Revenge of the Sith with when Anakin and Padme are talking and they're having the whole like "so love has blinded you" conversation, and me thinking that was like kind of a silly part of the movie, and then you being like, no, I think it's actually Padme like projecting her feelings onto Anakin because she's the one who's blinded by love and can't, see him as the person he is. I was like, wow. I still think about that. I just wanted to say, great point that you made there.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
that's cool. I'm happy that there was some thought that I could provide that put a new perspective on Star Wars for you, a movie you've probably seen a million times before.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. But that's the thing about like fresh eyes on something is because like once I know that that scene exists and I think it's kind of funny, I'm probably like going into it every time being like, here we go. Here's this like silly, corny
Yeah,
part of it. And I'm not
true.
really thinking about it.
Like so earnestly as I was just absorbing it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, which is the right way to,
Yeah.
like we were saying earlier, consume something.
Yeah.
But,
Don't let the outside influence you.
mm-hmm. Good talk. Remember when they used to say that a lot in movies? Like, there would be like a fight and like a verbal fight and like someone walks away from the fight in a
okay.
huff and then the person left over is like, good talk.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like they still do that in a lot of movies.
Yeah, probably.
It's kind of just the movies that like more so my mom watches on Tubi versus the ones I'll go see in theaters now. But
Well, thanks for listening, guys. Tune in next time to see the beginning of season 6 of the Clone Wars.
ooh, brain chips.
Wow, what? How do you know about that?